Well then, here we are again. We are in our favourite place, Junction 10. It's a lovely bright morning. It's Sunday and it's a quiet morning. So I thought I'd come and do a bit of a catch-up. It's almost what's it called? Do you know when you can't, it's almost you can't remember what it used to look like. But look at this. Oh, look at this beauty. Look. Do you remember? We put the steel down. We've not been able to come this way before, have we? Because they're moving the roads around a bit. Do you remember? This is them. We saw, didn't we? We saw the tubes going through, and that's the continuation of the tubes down through there. Look, they went through the bridge. We haven't seen this side before, have we? Around this corner. That's looking really nice, really tidy. Yeah. That's the continuation of the brickwork. That's going to look nice, and all that brickwork up there is going to look nice. Yeah. We're looking, and there's the bridge. Oh, that must be the drains. I thought it was the curb. Yeah, it is the curb, isn't it? It's where the rainwater's. You see, it's making a curve like this. Yeah, and so, that's interesting. That's interesting. So the edge, I'm guessing, won't be right by the edge. The drain. Can you see the drain off the runoff water? Anyway, come on. Let's carry on. Are we going to try and do this in one film so that I don't lose my thing? Anyway, by the way, look, I'm in disguise. I've got my hard hat with me today. You know, before I didn't put any high-vis gear on, and I'm guessing there must be a big camera that sort of can't look in detail but knows if someone's moving around. So remember last time we got kicked off. So remember, this were the original steps, weren't they? And what do you see? Do you see they're bringing that wall along here now, aren't they? Remember, the blokes were standing and we saw all the steelwork going in, isn't it? And here's this wall now, look. They're just making the final connections and making it nice and tidy. And they're working on this side as well now, look. They're bringing that block work up. So that's going to look really nice. Yeah. And where were we? This is where the big hole was, the big dip. And this is, remember, they did all the steel and the big chunk of concrete that connected it to the side. So it's coming on really well. Yeah, it's coming on really, really well. So I can see how one side is going to work. I don't really know if we're going to get over there. We'll try and get over there and we'll have a look at that. But obviously this is the original bridge and the original footbridge, so we're not sort of getting yourselves in too much of a pickle, if you get what I mean. Yeah. And do you remember there was quite a dip. We're back here at this spot over this side now, look. And this is where the steel is and the floor. How they're going to marry it, how they're going to, you know, you won't really know you're going over a bridge. They're really good, aren't they? How they figure it out. And remember, and they've got the nice railings on here, and they've finished that end up. So yeah, I don't think they're far away. I think the big construction side of things. And look, let's go along here now. So if that's the curb, and this is where the rainwater goes. Can you see? This is what I'm on about. That's quite a curve around. I wonder what's going here. No doubt it's a bus lane or a cycle lane, or it'll be up to all modern standards and have all the modern things, I guess. I'm guessing. Yeah. Look, and we saw that, didn't we? Let's see if we can go along there a bit. It's going to be... it's amazing, isn't it? And I find this absolutely amazing. Where there was no bridge, and the bridge wants replacing, so you know they have to keep the existing bridge running, and where there was no bridge, now there's a fantastic bridge. What an amazing thing, isn't it? What you can do if you put your mind to it, what you can make happen, and all the time keeping the road underneath moving. That's the clever bit, isn't it? They haven't interrupted. All right, they've shut it down for a weekend or two to put the big steel beams in. Do you remember? See this? They've shut it down a time or two to put the beams in, but generally speaking, they haven't interrupted that motorway at all. They've hardly brought it down to one lane at any time. So it's really good, isn't it? Isn't it? It's really... I'm not going to go on sites because I know there's nothing blocking you, and I think you're sort of. But look, and you see, amazing, amazing. And this was the old original road, the old road that I ran across in the first film to have a look. It's the old road, go this way. So come on then, let's see what we can. Let's go over the other side of the junction and see what we can see. So we're over here now, and we've got a clear view of the old bridge. That's the old bridge, and the two new bridges have gone round the outside, and that's the old bridge that's got to come down. I read somewhere, I believe the thing was sinking. I think that's what the problem was over the time. I don't really know when they made it. Whenever these must be the first bridges on the junction when they built the M6. But yeah, it's quite a big job. And they're doing. Oh look, this is one of them cages, I guess. This will have a bloody big sign on it. Oh, look at them lovely bolts. Look at these. Marvellous. Hold on. Look at these lovely bolts. Oh, wow. And they're inside tubes, look. So, and can you see this? Although it is steel rebar, good strong steel. Actually, do you know, it's a bit like an aeroplane. Or something like that. It's everything is held together with the smallest of pieces, and it's just wire, and see how they've twisted. It's called tie wire, and how they've done it, look, and each crossing, all being tied together, stainless steel so it don't perish. So once there's a whole load of concrete in there, and so you see that's the thickness of the surface of the concrete, or thereabouts. So there'll be that much thickness of concrete around the outside of it. And then of course, can you see it's connected to the floor as well? So they've made this concrete pad here, dug a hole, made a concrete pad. I think there's probably steel under here, and then the steel rebar is coming up through the floor, which is coming up through this cage, and the whole thing will be connected with concrete and shuttering. And you can see now, look, where they'll put like a board here, won't they? That'll be a board up to there, and you can see along there how the board's going to come up to this, and there'll be that much of a skin of concrete, which is 2 or 3 inches, and that'll connect through the bars, and Really clever, isn't it? Really solid, so that when the wind, and then obviously there'll be a bloody big sign there telling you what to do. By the time that's bolted, oh, they're lovely nuts on the end of them bolts. Get too far to reach. Shall I try and get a little souvenir? This is the bolts from the job. I better not. No, I'll be a good boy. Anyway, oh, here is some of that. Here's a roll of that tie wire. Oh, yeah, here it is. Look. Do you know, I'm not going to just take it for the sake of taking it, but I'm sure if you ask the right person, he'd let you take that with him. Anyway, we're not here to do skip scavenging, where probably that'll end up in the skip at the end of the job, but come on, let's continue. So here we are. We're now the opposite corner to our usual corner. There's no fences, or we can just, this is the original, you know, this is the old road, so you can see how much they've pushed the road that way, and they brought that junction that way. Look, that's going to be this is what I can't figure out. How they're going to get the traffic that was from over there to here, and now they've got to make it wider, so they've got to try and get the traffic and guide it over onto this bridge here. Well, you know, and I know, bleeding people don't follow the markings on the road. So many don't. They'll just be going their own way, and they won't look at the markings on the road, and there's going to be a fair few coming together, because when the old bridge isn't there, and they've got to get the traffic, see, from over there, they've got to get that truck, say, if you was in that truck, okay, he's on the inside of the island, so he's turning right, but he's got to get that truck from over there over to here, and obviously you've still got to let access, so there'll be a big space, there'll be a loads of comings together. Uh-oh, the coppers are here, the traffic people are here. Anyway, so I might get kicked off, but we've made it over to this side, haven't we? We've made it over to this side. Isn't that? There's almost a curve, isn't it? It's almost you'd think a bridge is a bridge and it's straight, but it's sort of got a curve on it, hasn't it? Amazing. Brilliant. Let's see what they're going to do. He's driven past me anyway. So I'm not sure if he was I didn't look that closely. I didn't know if he was a bobby or a womble. But obviously, I wonder, look, there's some sort of pipes running over and under. It's quite a wide curve, isn't it? If that's going to be the edge, maybe, or is it just doing the water? That's going to be interesting. We'll keep an eye on that, shall we? We'll keep an eye on that. And you see how, oh, you can see now, and you see how this bridge seems to be more curved. There's the old bridge, look, and here's the new bridge. Bit of a curve on it. So let's go on a little more. Again, look, they're doing the brickwork and marrying it into the ground. Yeah. Oh, there's no way is that bridge ever going to move again, I don't think. So this side we can see, look, yeah, they're using columns. So there's the end of the ground, end of the earth. There's the big concrete block that they put in, the end of it. But that's sitting on those big posts, look. Those big, for want of a better name, a Roman column. You call that a Roman column? You can't quite see under there. But there's a whole row of them, can you see? Underneath. I don't know if you can quite see that. A whole row of columns. Let's see if we can see that from the other side. So this connection seems a little different this side, because what they've done and they've done that side, and you can see the wall, the retaining wall on the other side. I don't really know where the retaining wall is here. Is that the retaining wall, or is that just held there for now? And are they going to fill all this with earth and stuff? Because, hold on, let me show you. The edge of the bridge is here, look. The edge of the bridge is here. So this almost looks like a bit that they're gonna deal with maybe next. Once that bit's open, they'll come and attack this bit and do whatever. You see, we're on top of the. Here are those columns again. Look, let's have a look. Here are those columns again. Under here, can you see them? Yeah, lovely. There's a bit more to do on this. They're gonna, yeah. There's a bit more to do in this corner. It's the last sort of connection for whatever reason. Brilliant. Right, we better skedaddle before they look at the cameras and they go, that git is still here. We'll go and get rid of him. So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed that. This lovely, can you see, look, it's really narrow here. So yeah, this is going to be part of something, part of the road. I bet you when it's finished and I'm stood here, I'll be in the middle of the road, or you know. But anyway, tag axle, no, not that, a lift axle. Steer, lift axle. Right, so let's get back to the car safely now. Well, boys,
hopefully it'll be changed over by next. The fibre guys,
yeah,
they're planning to be finished on Saturday.
Are they?
We're hoping to be finished
on.
Well, I'm off next week, but the lads will be finished on Wednesday.
Amazing.
All being well, which is
isn't it amazing?
ahead of what they've planned, I think. So.
Oh, yeah, because it's coming on. It's been at it.
They've been here a while. Yeah.
I was on the way. I was walking back, as you know, from looking at the bridge, and I came across the boys working. So each one of them wires, do they represent one phone line?
This cable here. See that one there we've changed over.
Yeah, that's the new cable. Yeah.
That's the new coming in here.
Yeah.
And that's what we're picking up the existing.
And that's basically
that's a 600 pair, that one is.
And that's running across the motorway.
That's going on the new route.
In the new junction.
To a manhole on the other side of on the wall, going into Walsall.
Yeah.
On that road there. So that goes all the way.
Yeah.
And then our colleagues are over the other manhole.
Yeah.
And we're changing in between. So everything in between here and there can be pulled out. Whatever they do.
So.
Because they're waiting for the manholes in the middle.
So that thickness compared to this, say the old thickness the old thickness of wire can carry X amount of telephone lines.
No, these represent one.
That's one phone.
Yeah, unless there's it depends on what's on the other.
How it works.
Whatever they've got on the end of it.
And so the new cable, will that carry a hell of a lot more?
No, it's the same. That's 1,000 pair.
So yeah.
And that's the old.
It's the old, yeah.
That's 1,000 pair. Oh. So we're just basically changing over.
How the hell do you not get lost?
It's all colour coded.
Is it each line, each wire?
Each one of them.
Yeah.
Each one of them is worth 100.
Oh, is it?
And they're all colour coded within 100.
Oh,
and then each unit is colour coded, so you know where to start and where to finish.
Oh my God.
So it's just long-winded, really, but
that's where you got and patience.
And patience.
And this equipment here is your equipment to join it all?
No, the company who made them are 3Ms.
Oh, are they?
So it's a 3Ms thing. But say in another 10 years, well, say 10 years, everything could be superseded by fibre.
Oh, is it?
So this will be old
hats
in years to come.
The tatters will be digging this up and sending it off to the...
Actually, I was talking to the guy who's in charge of the fibre.
Yeah.
And he was saying that from here to there's a hell of a lot of money in scrap cable. In scrap. Whether BT are going to pull it out
or whoever,
because they could go and touch it.
We there was next door to us there was a factory and they turned it into housing. And one of the old boys came along and said to them, do you know, by the way, there's a copper cable that runs, that was laid, I don't know, 20, 30, 40 years ago, whatever. All right, they said they went across the side chasing this cable.
Well, they said if BT decide to leave it in the ground, it wouldn't surprise me if they took it out.
Oh, it would.
Because that cable there is so heavy.
Oh, yeah.
You think from it, there's tons
and tons
of it from here to where they're changing over.
The infrastructure. Well, that's what they do. They rob them and steal them.
The thing is, BT, when they change everything over to fibre, might be 20 years or whenever it's going to be.
It's going to be.
I think they're saying the whole country's going to be done by 33.
Yeah.
2033. I think they're pushing it.
Yeah.
To be fair. But when they decide, there must be millions of pounds worth of stuff in the ground.
All right. Thank you very much.
No worries, mate.
Thank you. Fascinating. Absolutely fascinating. Right then, a little interlude on the way back off the bridge.